2016 had its pros and cons in superhero movies. Although we all expected much more from Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman, we can disagree that Deadpool and Doctor Strange were beyond our expectation. Movie Tunes presents Top 10 Most Awaited Superhero Movies in 2017. 10. Transformers: The Last Night. The best part about this film is that it is slated to be the final Transformers film directed by Michael Bay. We can hope that we won't be subjected to another loud Transformers movie with a lazy plot to follow. There will still be more films in the franchises, just headed by other directors. Instead of bashing the film though, there is the fact that Mark Wahlberg and Stanley Tucci will be reprising their roles from Age of Extinction. Long story short, if you're in the mood for the mindless action film, this one may be right up your alley. 9. Fantastic Four 2. While Fantastic Four 2 was slated for June 19, 2017, 20th Century Fox has since taken it off its release schedule. 2015 Fantastic Four was released to poor reviews and a poor box office performance. Afterwards, the studio blamed director Josh Trank. In return, Trank blamed the fact that he didn't have final cut. What went wrong is beyond us, as the cast was stacked with 4 talented young actors. According to Simon Kinberg, producer and co-writer of the 2015 film, there may still be a sequel at Fox with the same cast but a brighter tone. 8. Justice League. DC projects are particularly hard to talk about because people seem so dead set on hating them. Suicide Squad may have been one of the better projects released in the DC expanded universe, and yet that was even slammed by critics. Coming out on the heels of Suicide Squad, Justice League could continue to up the ante of DC. Hopefully, the star-studded cast featuring Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa bring their A game and prove that DC is every bit as good as Marvel. 7. Thor Ragnarok. There's a lot of good going for this movie. First of all, it's Marvel, and Marvel is very reliable. Sure, not every Marvel film is going to change your life, but they also have yet to put out something that made us want to ask for our money back. Thor also has Taylor Swift's latest ex, Tom Hiddleston, reprising his role as Loki. On top of that, Idris Elba, Anthony Hopkins, Kate Blanchett and Jeff Goldblum also round out the star-studded cast. With Taika Waititi directing, we are likely to see a great alliance of humor and action, as is the deal with most Marvel films. 6. Logan. First of all, let us point out that Hugh Jackman has been playing Wolverine since 1999. He's been rocking the Wolverine role for 17 years and he's damn good at it. That being said, neither of the standalone Wolverine films have been as great as they should have been. His fascinating character, being played by a gifted actor. They should have been great films, but they just weren't. If you've seen the trailer for this installment, it looks like it may be the Wolverine movie we've all been waiting for. Set in the post-apocalyptic future, the tone seems rather bleak and dark. That is fitting, as it is supposed to be Wolverine's last adventure and Jackman's last portrayal of the character. 5. Wonder Woman. We're all hoping for a kick-ass Wonder Woman movie, starring Gal Gadot in the title role. While she may have had like 5 lines total in Batman vs Superman, she worked with what she had in that movie. She certainly looks the part, and if she can deliver on top of that, she'll be praised by critics and fanboys, and she'll also be the female fantasy of every man around the globe. Chris Pine joining only amps up our excitement, as he has experience carrying a franchise. Also, the trailer looks really good. The fact that Patty Jenkins, a woman, is directing the film is just the icing on the top. 4. Power Rangers. All your childhood nostalgia is just wrapped up in a bow. Power Rangers is a reboot of the franchise. It's clearly trying to grab the attention of the generation that grew up on it, as well as introduce a new, younger generation to Mighty Morphin Time. There are some positive aspects, like the fact they didn't cast any known actors in the roles, though Dacre Montgomery sure looks a lot like Zac Efron. They also cast Walter White, Bryan Cranston as Zordon, so if nothing else, that will be awesome. 3. SpiderMan Homecoming. How long have fans been waiting for a great Spider-Man film? Possibly since 2007, when Spider-Man 3 failed the franchise. While the first two Tobey Maguire films were certainly entertaining and well done films, Spider-Man 3 fell flat, even with 3 villains in the film. The Andrew Garfield reboot didn't do much for the franchise and the sequel. That was even more disappointing. However, Spider-Man fans can rejoice, as SpiderMan Homecoming may be what they've been waiting for. With Tom Holland playing the hero, we may get a new, younger spin on the character, one we got a glimpse of in Captain America Civil War. Also, Marisa Tomei is playing Aunt May. Could you ask for more? 2. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. The follow-up to a well-done superhero movie is always promising. Kingsman: The Secret Service received good reviews from critics and pulled in $414 million on an $80 million budget. It also managed to do that with an R rating. With Matthew Vaughn returning as a writer-director, we can expect the same high-quality film as a follow-up. That's not to mention the loaded cast: Julianne Moore, Colin Firth, Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, Halle Berry, and Dalton John. 1. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. The first film is what catapulted Chris Pratt into the role of being a solidified movie star. He'll be back for the second film, with Zoe Saldana, Vin Diesel voicing Groot, and Bradley Cooper voicing Rocket. Also returning is the writer-director of the first film, James Gunn. This means that the particular tone of the first one, which is what won over so many audience members, will be felt in this follow-up. Also, the trailer features a little baby Groot, and this is the thing that dreams are made of. If he's baby Groot throughout the entire film, that may set this one up over the original. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, press subscribe button on the screen for more awesome videos.